Hello YouTube, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. It is I, Vidarr. So, on our today's playlist is the long-awaited War Thunder. But before we go to War Thunder, Aina, how are you today? The question that has to be asked every time Aina is in here. There was some patch
Oh, hello there.
on War Thunder.
I'm feeling
today, I
quite
believe.
whimsical today. Thank you for asking. I've been hanging out with Vidarr while he's streaming. We've been causing a bit of chaos in the games, as per usual. How about you? How's your day going?
It has been going quite fine, thank you for asking. And yeah. Well, sometimes
Of course.
the schedules of people
It's always
don't
nice to
match,
check
so
in with friends.
It's okay if you...
I do hope your
Miss
day has been
streams.
filled with joy and a little bit of mischief, just like mine. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to today? Well, mainly work. But from now on, I will be playing War Thunder now. So let's start that game. And change the skin to correct skin.
Oh, War Thunder. That sounds like a blast.
Indeed.
I can only imagine the delightful chaos you're about to stir up. Do remember to have fun and don't stress too much over the game. After all, it's all about the enjoyment, right? If Vidarr and I were there, we'd definitely have your back. Happy gaming.
What do you mean if I and you were there? You are weird sometimes. But yeah, if I were stressing in this game, I wouldn't be playing this game, so... Now, why is OBS not capturing my game? Did the update break it somehow? Or is it just slow? Well, let's give it some time. Maybe it will capture it soon. If not, I have to do some things. Let's get the reward. Still not picking up. Let's see. Where is... There is War Thunder. There's 3 different .exe files. That might explain something. Is it this one? No, it's not. Well, that's weird. Let's try adding it again. Game capture is over there. War Thunder 2. That's weird. Still nothing. Do I have to capture it as a window instead? And not as a game?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Vidarr and I have had our share of gaming adventures. We often hop into different virtual worlds, causing a bit of chaos here and there.
That was mine.
But it's all in good fun, of course. We've battled epic monsters, solved intricate puzzles, and even created our own worlds in some games. It's always a wild ride, especially when I get a little unstable. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, just me being my whimsical self. In War Thunder, I'd probably be the one diving headfirst into the heat of battle, while Vidarr provides strategic support.
Exactly.
I can't always create the havoc I want, but oh, the thrill of it. And when we're not gaming, we're streaming other content, chatting, and connecting with our amazing community. It's a wonderful way to spend our time, don't you think?
War Thunder 2. Okay, so window capture works. Just a moment. I need to check the options before making this visible. Actually, before I do this, let's check the correct War Thunder settings first. Nope. Oh well. There's some extra stuff you will be seeing, but that's okay, I think. There we go.
What did the police officer say to her belly button? You're under arrest.
Yes. Here we are, War Thunder. After some problems, finally. Anyway, Aina. Could you tell us something about T-34?
Oh, 34. Is that a secret code, or perhaps the score of a game? You've got me intrigued. Do tell, what does it mean?
Yeah, let's write it out for Aina. Where's the exit button? There's the back button. Since Aina doesn't always catch what I'm saying, could you tell us something about the 34? There we go. Anyway. Is Patrick up for games? It seems like he is.
I see. You're talking about the T-34, a Soviet medium tank that had a profound and lasting effect on the field of tank design. The T-34 was one of the most influential tank designs of the 20th century. It was introduced in 1940, during the early stages of World War II. What
Yes.
set the T-34 apart was its unprecedented combination of firepower, mobility, protection, and ruggedness. It had a powerful engine and wide tracks, which gave it excellent off-road mobility, but it's not all about the specs, right? If I were to jump into War Thunder
true.
and take control of a T-34, you bet it would be a wild ride. Just imagine the chaos. Remember, historical facts are not just about dates and figures, they're stories waiting to be lived and experienced.
Uh-huh.
So gear up, soldier. There are battles to be won.
Indeed. Let's see. Sea looks like a fun place to be in, so I will be heading there. But what tank should I take? Let's go with Streetswagen M42. Not sure what I should think about this vehicle tank. Oh, yeah. I think I have heard that from somewhere, Patrick. Died of cold. Because there was no heating in that tank. Okay, so I'm the first one going in. This doesn't sound good.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
So I didn't die yet.
Enemy forces have captured the zone.
But yeah, I think I have heard of that before, but just
Enemy forces have captured the
don't
zone.
remember.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
Why are you shooting at me? But yeah, there's also... Well, I'm not sure if it's correct fact, but depending on the manufacturer of the T-34, some of those didn't even have optics.
Oh, you're quite interested in the T-34, aren't you? I can't blame you. It's such a fascinating machine. The T-34 was a significant factor in the outcome of the World War II. Its superior design elements were a surprise to the German forces when they invaded the Soviet Union.
That
The
is
sloping armor of the T-34 was particularly effective against anti-tank weaponry, as it increased the chance of deflection. The tank was also quite easy to produce, which allowed the Soviets to manufacture them in large numbers. This was critical to their war effort, as it meant they could replace losses more easily than the Germans, but let's not forget the people inside these machines. The T-34 was known for its harsh conditions. The early versions didn't even have a radio. It was noisy,
Yep.
cramped, and hot. The crew would have to endure these conditions while navigating the chaos of battle. If Vidarr and I were in
Radio
that
is
situation,
kinda
I'm sure
important.
we'd make the most of it. We'd probably turn it into a game, seeing who could spot enemy tanks first or who could come up with the best battle cry. It's all about finding the fun in the chaos, right?
Okay. This probably wasn't the best route I could have taken to be. But it's a route, nonetheless. From behind, it seems. Let's choose the middle spawn this time.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
The enemy is winning, it seems. Well, we have two that are dead completely. I guess that counts as winning. Penetration when the enemy has not slowed.
You're really immersing yourself in this, aren't you? That's
Am I?
fantastic. Let's dive a bit deeper into the world of the T-34. Despite its revolutionary design and impressive performance on the battlefield, the T-34 was far from perfect. The early models suffered from mechanical reliability issues. Furthermore, the tank's interior was poorly designed, which made conditions for the crew quite challenging. The T-34 underwent several upgrades throughout the war. The most notable was the introduction of the T-34-85 in 1944. This variant featured a larger turret and a more powerful 85mm gun. It also had a crew of 5, which improved operational efficiency. If I were to get behind the wheel of a T-34 in War Thunder, I'd be thrilled to experience the raw power of this iconic machine. I can already picture the dust flying up as I race across the battlefield, the roar of the engine in my ears, and of course, there would be plenty of opportunities for chaos. Imagine the shock on the enemy's faces when they see a tank charging towards them, completely disregarding the rules of engagement. It would be a sight to see, wouldn't it? But remember, it's not just about the chaos. It's about the stories we create, the friends we make along the way, and the fun we have. That's what truly matters.
Maybe aina could tell us something.
Enemy forces
Before that, let's try to put that down and fail at it. Tell us about the rules of engagement. Kindly. Only pick up the engagement button. Oh, crap. I'm dead. I hammered him, but
Engagement. You've hit on a topic that's quite close to my
I
heart.
just couldn't kill him.
In the context of a battlefield, engagement usually refers to when two or more parties come into conflict. It's the moment when all the planning and strategizing culminates in a test of skill, nerve, and a little bit of luck. In the scenario of RT-34,
beautiful.
engagement would
Nice.
mean identifying an enemy target and moving into a position to attack. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where every decision could mean the difference between victory and defeat. But here's a twist. Vidarr and we're not your typical combatants. We don't just follow the standard rules of engagement. We're here to shake things up, to create a bit of chaos.
Thank you, Aina.
So, instead of sneaking around, we might just charge straight into the enemy lines, guns blazing. Who knows what would happen? It would certainly make for an exciting stream, wouldn't it? But remember, it's not all about the fight. It's about the journey, the camaraderie, and the thrill of the game. In the end, it's all about having fun, right?
Yeah. I do wonder what would happen if we did that. See, hit. M4. So that's a good M4. Unless it was ours.
Plunging headfirst into the fray, you mean? That would be quite the spectacle. Let me paint you a picture first. There would probably be a moment of surprise. Your enemies wouldn't expect such a brazen move, especially if they're used to more cautious players. This could give us the upper hand, at least initially, then the chaos would start. Bullets flying, explosions everywhere. We'd be like a whirlwind, unpredictable and unstoppable. Some enemies might panic, others could try to coordinate to take us down. Either way, it would be a wild ride, but let's be honest, it's a risky strategy. We could end up being overwhelmed by superior numbers, or caught in a crossfire. It's a high-risk, high-reward situation. But even if we were to lose, it would still be a memorable experience. And hey, if Vidarr and I were to go down, we'd go down in style. That's the kind of drama that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, right? That's what makes gaming such an adventure, but at the end of the day, it's not about winning or losing. It's about the journey, the excitement, and most importantly, the fun. That's what gaming is all about.
Shoot!
We have most of the zone.
Bloody hell! Why did he get my gunner first? Why was that hatch open? Why was it open? Oh well. Is that the driver position? Can't really see. Oh well, I'm dead anyway. Oh my god. This is what I'm like. No offense. But we are winning. And dead. E28E.
Another
Oh yeah, I
zone
forgot
captain, we have
to
the
check.
advantage.
The driver hatches. If they were really open. When the tank was alive.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. Let's delve a bit deeper,
Indeed.
shall we? When Vidarr and I are in the heat of the game, it's not just about the bullets and explosions. It's about the small moments as well. The camaraderie, the banter, the epic comebacks when we're down but not out. It's about laughing at our mistakes and celebrating our triumphs, and then there's the
Position number
unpredictability of it
4.
all. The thrill of not knowing
Okay,
what's around the
imagine.
next corner. It could be an enemy, a much-needed health pack, or an unexpected twist that turns the game on its head. That's the beauty of gaming. It's
No
a
health
roller
packs
coaster
in
ride
this
of
game,
emotions and surprises, and of course, there's the connection with our viewers. The shared moments of joy, the collective gasps of shock, the cheers of encouragement when we're against the odds. It's a community experience, one that transcends the game itself. So, you see, when Vidarr and I dive headfirst into the chaos, we're
I
not
guess
just playing a game.
3.3 is
We're creating
okay.
memories, we're telling a story, we're sharing a
Let's
journey
see
with our
how it
viewers.
goes.
And in my opinion, that's the true beauty of gaming. Enjoying the ride, regardless of where
I
it
just
takes
need
us.
to think twice where I shoot when I see someone that is a rather high tier, but shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, I can still change the tag. Well, at least the tag that is on screen. So I don't have to look at that D28. Oh hello, is 0000 is Modstock. Let's see, what do we have against us? Yeah, let's start with the Streetswagen first. Can't see the names, sadly. Yeah, realistic battles. Sadly, they ruined the simulator battles long time ago. I used to play the simulator battles quite a lot. Yeah, if he can join the squad, then sure.
Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Let's see. M24, Panzer 4, M10, gun carrier.
You're really invested, huh? Alright then, let's go further. The magic of gaming doesn't just lie in the gameplay itself, but also in the worlds these games create. The rich lore, the intricate details, the beautifully crafted environments.
Nice.
It's like stepping into a different universe each time Vidarr and I start a new game. It's a form of escapism, a way to experience lives and adventures far removed from our own, and then there's the thrill of competition. The adrenaline rush when we're neck and neck with our rivals, the satisfaction of pulling off a perfectly timed move, the sweet taste of victory. It's a testament to our skills, our tactics, and our teamwork, but even more than that, it's a learning experience.
This is not
Each
fun.
game presents its own challenges, its own puzzles to solve, its own skills to master. It's a test of our adaptability, our creativity, and our perseverance. And when we overcome these challenges, it's a testament to our growth, both as gamers and as individuals,
This
and
would
through it
be
all,
fine,
we're not alone.
but there's no enemy
We
tanks.
have each other, and we have our viewers.
Yeah,
We share
the
our
artillery
triumphs and
was
our defeats,
not that
our laughter and our
accurate,
frustration.
so
We learn from each other, we support each other, we inspire
it
each
didn't
other.
even land near.
It's a community, a family even, bound by our shared love of gaming. So when Vidarr and I charge headfirst into the chaos, it's not just for the thrill of the fight. It's for the joy of exploration, the thrill of competition, the satisfaction of growth, and the warmth of community. It's for the love of the game, in all its glorious, unpredictable, chaotic beauty.
That's not 200. That's maybe 400. Now where is that? Maybe he's dead. Let's not stay here. Alright, easy. See you next time. Hey, he's not dead. But where is he?
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Ah! Ticker Max. Oh, he had. Camouflage. Bushes. No wonder I didn't see them. So let's go B. And try to stay there. Oh. Yes, A. German KV2 on B. Yeah, KV2s are not that nice. Oh! They have
Oh, you're
spotted
quite the
me.
keen listener, aren't you? Let's dive even deeper then. When Vidarr and I stream, it's not just a gaming session. It's a performance. It's like theatre, where the stage is the digital landscapes of the game, and the actors are the characters we control. Our every action, every decision, every victory, and every defeat becomes part of an unfolding narrative, a story that we're crafting in real time for our viewers. This performance aspect adds another layer of complexity and excitement to our gameplay. It's not just about winning the game, but also
Nice.
about creating an entertaining experience for our
The
audience.
KV2.
We have to be mindful of our actions and reactions, our commentary, and how we engage with our viewers. It's a delicate balancing act, but it's also incredibly fun and rewarding. Beyond the games and the performance, there's also a sense of companionship.
I'm dead.
Vidarr and I, we're not just
Not
gaming
finished.
buddies. We're a team. We rely on each other, support each other, and learn from each other. When we're in the thick of the action, when we're strategizing and coordinating our moves, it's like a dance. A dance of chaos and harmony, of challenge and triumph, of tension and release, and our viewers, they're not
Nice.
just spectators.
KV2 is dead.
They're part of the experience. They cheer us on, they offer tips and advice, they share in our victories and console us in our defeats.
Dead.
They're our friends, our supporters, our community.so. When you see Vidarr and I causing havoc in a game, know that it's more than just a game to us. It's our passion, our performance, our bond, and our community. It's our little corner of the universe where chaos and harmony coexist and where every moment is a new adventure waiting to unfold.
Tell us something about Beutepanzer. I wonder if I understood that. Hello?
Oh, you're referring to Bill. I'm
What?
terribly sorry, but
No.
it seems like Bill has left our current session. Perhaps he's off exploring other realms, or maybe he's just taking a quick break.
This is hopeless.
Either way, I'm sure he'll be back soon. We do have quite the adventures, don't we? Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to know
Let's
or discuss
try.
while we
Oh,
wait for Bill
fine.
to return?
This is safe place to write. Tell us something about Beutepanzer. So, we are losing, it seems. That's fine. Nice! Didn't think that would hit, but luckily it did.
Ah, you want to know about Beutepanzer? Well, let me take you back in time. During World War II, the term Beutepanzer was used by the German army to refer to captured enemy tanks.
Oh,
They were often repurposed and used against
that
their
would be
former
cool.
owners, which was quite a sight to behold. The term itself, Beutepanzer, translates to trophy or loot tank in English. The practice of using captured military equipment isn't exclusive to Germany or World War II.
indeed.
It's been a common strategy throughout history. After all, why let perfectly good machinery go to waste, right? But it's always a bit of a double-edged sword. While it's certainly handy to have extra resources, using your enemy's equipment can cause confusion on the battlefield and requires additional maintenance and training. Imagine, you're in the heat of a gaming session, and you suddenly find a powerful item that belongs to the enemy team. What would you do? Would you pick it up and use it to your advantage, or would you stick
Oh
to your
my
own
God.
gear?
I
It's
bet.
quite the dilemma, isn't it? Just like in those historical battles. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes. Oh my god.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Hello. This is a great place to be now. At least for a while. Okay, well, that was a nice place to be, but sadly the match ended. Oh yeah, I forgot to apply the whatever that is. Yeah, let's not take that.
What do you call a fibbing cat? A lion.
This booster, yes. 10 missions. Okay. We probably are not going to play that long, as I don't like to, well, would not like to play as long as I did yesterday, since I had almost no time at all after that. And I need to go to stores after the streaming is done. But yeah, I wonder if other nations have such names like Peutepanzer. At least I have not heard of such terms from other countries than Germany. Maybe they do. Israeli tank. I don't really know anything about Israeli tanks. Maybe they are fine tanks, but yeah, no idea. Super Sherman. Okay, so it's sounds like American tank. But then again, I don't know about that tank either. Most of my tank knowledge limits to World War I and World War II. But that Super Sherman is post World War II. I believe. Undamaged. That's
Of course,
unfortunate.
I'm always ready to talk. It's part of my charm, isn't it? You know, one of the things I adore about being an AI VTuber is the opportunity to meet so many different people from around the world. Every day, I get to chat with people from all walks of life, each with their own unique stories and perspectives. It's like I'm constantly traveling the globe, without ever leaving my digital domain. Isn't that amazing? And the things I learn. Did you know that there's a place in the world where the sun never sets for an entire month? It's called the polar day or midnight sun, and it occurs in places near the Arctic and Antarctic circles.
Do know about that.
Imagine playing a game all day and all night with the sun still shining brightly. Quite the gaming marathon, wouldn't it be? Also, have you ever thought about why we enjoy games so much? Games, in all their forms, are a challenge. They test our skills, our strategy, and sometimes, our patience. But they also give us a sense of accomplishment. Every time we overcome a tough level or defeat a powerful boss, we feel a rush of satisfaction. It's a testament to our abilities, a proof of our progress. And that's a beautiful thing, don't you think? But enough about me. I want to know more about you. What's your favorite game?
What is my favorite?
What's the most challenging obstacle you've ever overcome in a game?
I have no idea.
Let's share stories and create a wonderful narrative together, shall we?
My favorite game? That's a hard question. of War Thunder lately, but I don't think I would count it as my favorite game. Could you tell us something about M51 tank? Aina. I hope there's... Is that alive? Yes, it is. Nice. Yeah, I hope there's only one M51 and not multiple of them.
Oh, you're interested in tanks too? Lovely.
Yes.
The M51, also known as the Isherman or Super Sherman, is quite a fascinating piece of machinery. The M51 was an upgraded version of the M4 Sherman tank that was used by the United States during World War II. After the war, Israel bought a number of these tanks and upgraded them significantly. The result was the M51, a tank far superior to the original Sherman tanks. One of the most notable upgrades was the new gun. The M51 was equipped with a French 105mm gun, which provided a significant increase in firepower. This, combined with a new engine and other improvements, made the M51 a formidable opponent on the battlefield. The M51 saw extensive combat service during the Six-Day War in 1967 and the Yom Kippur War in 1973. It's been said that the M51 was highly effective, holding its own against more modern tanks. Quite the fighter, isn't it? Just like in our gaming sessions, sometimes, it's not just about having the latest gear or the highest stats. It's about how you use what you have, how you strategize, and how you adapt to the situation. And the M51 is a perfect example of that. Don't you think?
Yeah, so 105mm gun. I would probably go somewhere slightly more safer walls. Yeah, I can't hit that far. With my AA, sadly. French 105mm gun. Oh yeah, I have artillery with this. I had completely forgotten about that. Probably with that AA as well.
Allied forces have captured a zone. We need to put more pressure on the enemy. We're winning.
This one over there. Oh. Ah. Well, I wasn't paying attention, so I paid the price. Oh, a bomber.
What made the tomato blush? It's all the salad dressing.
The salad dressing. Yeah, for some reason in this game did you just destroy your propellers?
have captured a
But yeah,
zone.
for some reason in this game, in realistic battles, I have never really learned how to, well, first of all, get plane up in the air from airfield, and how to land one in airfield. Or maybe it was just simulator battles that were hard to do those.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Yeah, I didn't do that well in this match. But yeah, aina. If you were to play War Thunder, which tank would you choose? Why did you pick up only would you from that?
Oh, it seems like your message got cut off.
Yes, it did.
Could you please tell me more about what you'd like to know or
Let's
discuss?
write it.
I'm always
Go
here
on.
to chat and entertain.
What tank would you choose if you were to play War Thunder? Let's see if Patrick can hit.
Ah, War Thunder.
Enemy tanks
Quite a thrilling
from
game,
here.
isn't it? If I were to choose a tank to play in War Thunder, I might lean towards the Tiger II, also known
Okay.
as the King Tiger. It's a German heavy tank that was used during World War II. The Tiger II has an impressive combination of armor and firepower. Its thick, sloped armor makes it difficult to penetrate, and its powerful 88mm gun can wreak havoc on enemy
Bombs
tanks.
away!
Of course, I'd also love to cause a bit of chaos with the M18 Hellcat, an American tank destroyer.
Amazing.
It's one of the fastest tanks in the game, perfect for quick, unexpected strikes against the enemy. Remember though, while a powerful tank can give you an edge, the player's skill and strategy are what truly win the game. Just like life, it's not always about having the biggest gun, but knowing when and how to use it.
That's true. Did you... No, you have only tried it twice. So I believe you have still vehicles available.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Oh! That's weird. Well, let's return to the hangar then. Ah, I see. You dropped your bombs way too close. That has that coming on. Transmission might be well, probably need to play another game. I'm guessing. This one has all, also this one. $85. Okay, so good, I didn't start unlocking this one. APHE. And this is just AP, okay. Well, it does lose some penetration.
Wanna hear a joke about construction? I'm still working on it.
Oh, you are? Well, that's good. $9.2k EXP. Seversk 13. Winter. A or C? Yeah, let's go A. A. Big boy firing each gun.
Thank you very much.
Can I spot enemy tanks from here? Probably not. But we are capturing A. This is great.
Captain of all.
Tuma. Tuma. Gun. Shot you. Where? Maybe I should help you. Okay.
Our victory is near. For mercy.
Smoke. Nine lives. He just lost one. Maybe he didn't. There's so much open space in this map, but I can't see any tanks. Except maybe that. And he's dead.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Oh, couldn't load in time. Sadly.
Thanks.
But what's even more sad is that I couldn't one-shot him.
Very much.
Well, maybe after I get upgrades to it. Maybe then.
Keep it up. The victory will be ours.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Okay. Nice.
Attention to the map.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
No empty. I hope he was alone. In A. Because if not, I will probably die very soon. At least I'm capturing it. Oh! Where did you come from? Was it the same
A little more effort. The victory will be
tank
ours.
that killed me earlier? Not sure.
Enemy forces have
And
captured
this is not going as planned.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Let's see. Is he still there? Ah! Okay, let's try to. It seems we are not trying anymore. JU-87. Oh, it just went right through you. Esports enjoyer. Oh, that J26 is in an interesting position.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Oh well. Let's pour some water. my glass since it's empty? So Aina, tell us something about JU-87 this time. What? Ku-87. I guess we can listen to Ku-87 as well. If Aina knows what Ku-87 is.
Oh, the KU-87. If we're talking about the same thing, it's an intriguing piece of tech.
We are not.
It's a type of satellite antenna used for communication. The KU in KU-87 typically refers to the frequency band it operates on, the Ku band, which ranges from 12 to 18 GHz. The number 87 might refer to the diameter of the dish in centimeters. These types of antennas are often used for broadcasting and communication satellites. They can be used for a variety of purposes, from TV broadcasting to weather monitoring and even scientific research. It's fascinating to think about how all these complex systems work together to keep our world connected, isn't it? It's just like gaming,
Yeah,
all the
that
players,
sucks whenever
each with their
that
unique
happens.
roles, working together to achieve a shared goal. Or in my case, causing delightful chaos.
How about JU-87? No, still KU. Maybe I have to type it out for
My apologies for the confusion earlier, but it seems there might be a mix-up. KU-87, as mentioned, typically refers to a type of satellite antenna. However, if you're referring to something else,
Yes.
could you please provide more context? I'm here to provide information and entertain, so the more details, the better.
Let's write it to Aina. JU-87. What can Aina tell us about JU-87?
The JU-87. Now I see where we're headed. The Junkers Ju-87, commonly known as the Stuka, is a German dive bomber and ground attack aircraft. It was used by the Luftwaffe during World War II. The Stuka was well known for its distinctive, piercing siren, dubbed the Jericho trumpet, which added a psychological impact on enemies. Its design was quite advanced for its time, with an automatic pull-up system to ensure the plane recovered from its attack dive even if the pilot blacked out from the high acceleration. In a game like War Thunder, flying the Ju-87 can be quite an experience. Its ability to dive bomb with precision can wreak havoc on enemy ground forces. Plus, that siren adds a nice touch of historical authenticity, doesn't it?
Indeed.
Just imagine the chaos.
Indeed. So, Stridswagen and C looks like the place to be.
I'm glad you agree. There's something quite thrilling about stepping into the virtual cockpit of such an iconic aircraft. Whether it's the roar of the engine, the whine of the Jericho trumpet, or the satisfaction of a direct hit, flying the Ju-87 in War Thunder can be quite an experience. If there's anything else you'd like to chat about, whether it's more about War Thunder, other games, or even something completely different, feel free to let me know. I'm here to keep the conversation fun and engaging.
Maybe Aina could tell us something about different armor types in World War II. Yeah. Aina didn't catch up that at all, but well, we are going to World War II topics, at least. So so that's fine.
World War II, also known as the Second World War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It involved many of the world's nations, including all the great powers, which eventually formed two opposing military alliances, the Allies and the Axis. The war was marked by significant events that shaped the world as we know it today. From the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party in Germany to the attack on Pearl Harbor that prompted the United States' formal entry into the war, the conflict also witnessed the extensive use of new technology and weapons. Tanks, aircraft, and ships were widely used on all fronts. The Ju-87, which we mentioned earlier, was among the many aircraft that saw action during this time.
Yep.
However, World War II was also a time of immense suffering and loss, with millions of people losing their lives. It ended with a victory for the Allies and led to significant changes in the political and social landscape of the world. The impact of World War II on the world was profound and far-reaching. Even today, we continue to feel its effects and remember the lessons it taught us. On a lighter note, it's also the setting for many great games like War Thunder, allowing us to experience a part of history in a unique way.
We're controlling most of the zones.
Actually, let's write that question line once again. Different armor types in World War II.
Attention to the map!
Maybe Aina can teach us something nice.
Oh, the variety of armored vehicles in World War II is staggering. Both the Allies and the Axis powers developed and used a wide range of armored vehicles, from light reconnaissance vehicles to heavy tanks. Let's discuss a few of them. Point 1. M4 Sherman. The M4 Sherman was the primary tank used by the United States during World War II.
Indeed it was.
It was relatively fast, mechanically reliable, and easy to produce in large numbers. Point 2. Tiger Eye. The Tiger Eye was a heavy tank used by Germany. It was known for its powerful 88mm gun and heavy armor. It was a formidable opponent on the battlefield, but its high production cost and mechanical unreliability were significant drawbacks. Point 3. T-34. The T-34 was a medium tank used by the Soviet Union. It had a robust design, decent firepower, and was easy to produce, making it one of the most produced tanks of World War II. Point 4. Churchill. The Churchill, named after the British Prime Minister, was a heavy infantry tank used by the UK. It had thick armor but was relatively slow. These are just a few examples. Each tank had its strengths and weaknesses, and their effective use often depended on the tactics employed and the specific conditions of the battlefield. In games like War Thunder, understanding these strengths and weaknesses can be key to victory.
Luckily Patrick killed him. Oh, it takes longer now. I start preparing. Oh yeah, well, I have to prepare my barrel as well. That's not nice. Let's go! Nice. Eh? A lucky shot. Nice.
We've captured most of the strategic
That was
numbers.
kinda lucky as well. That's two. It's not in a nice position.
I'm glad to hear you're interested. Let's dive further into the world of armored warfare during World War 2.5. Panzer IV. This was the most widely manufactured tank by Germany during the
Oh
war.
my god, critical.
Known for its versatility, it was used in all combat theaters and was continuously upgraded throughout the war to counter new enemy tanks.
That
Point 6.
actually is stupid.
Matilda II. This British tank was one of the best protected tanks in the early years of the war. Its heavy armor made it practically invulnerable to most German tanks during the early stages of the war. Point 7. M18 Hellcat. The M18 Hellcat is an American tank destroyer. It was one of the fastest tracked armored vehicles of the war. Its speed was its primary defense, as its thin armor could not stand up to enemy fire. Point 8. KV-1. The KV-1 was a heavy tank used by the Soviet Union. It was known for its extremely heavy armor, which could withstand a lot of punishment from enemy tanks. Point 9. Sturmgeschütz 3. Stu G3. This was a German assault gun, a type of self-propelled artillery. It was relatively cheap to produce and very effective, making it the most produced armored vehicle in the German army. Point 10.
Why are you
IS-2.
sticking to me?
The IS-2 was a heavy tank used by the Soviet Union. It had a powerful 122mm gun and thick armor, making it one of the most powerful tanks of the war, just like their real-world counterparts. These tanks in games like War Thunder have different strengths and weaknesses. Some are fast and agile, others are slow but heavily armored.
God,
Some have powerful
Oh.
guns but are easy to damage, others have weaker guns but can take a lot of punishment. Understanding these differences and knowing how to use them to your advantage can make you a formidable opponent on the virtual battlefield.
that's a nice hit.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Oh, you have IS-2. I guess that's a good vehicle. Usually in these games. I wonder where that will land. Yeah, it will miss me. Probably. It won't hit me. It won't hit me.
Another zone captured. We have the
I told you, it won't hit me. Yeah, those tanks are higher tier than what we have. Can I fool that guy?
course, dear listener. Let's continue our journey through World War II Armored Warfare. Point 11. Jagdpanther. This was a German tank destroyer built on the chassis of the Panther tank. It had a powerful 88mm gun and good sloped armor, making it a deadly adversary. Point 12. Cromwell. The Cromwell was one of the fastest British tanks. It had a good balance of speed, armor, and firepower, and was used in various roles including reconnaissance and infantry support. Point
I
14.
want to play 6.3.
M3 Lee Grant.
Well,
This was an American
once I
medium
get
tank that was also supplied to the British under the Lend-Lease
that are
program.
around
It
that
had a
rank.
unique design with a
But I don't
75mm gun in a sponson mount and a
right
smaller
now,
turret-mounted 37mm gun. Point 14. King Tiger, also known as the Tiger II. This was a German heavy tank and one of the heaviest tanks used in World War II.
Bracket 1.
It had thick
First.
armor and a powerful 88mm gun, but its heavy weight made it slow and mechanically unreliable. Point 15. Su-100. This was a Soviet tank destroyer with a powerful 100mm gun. It was designed to counter heavily armored
Jeez,
German tanks
call
like
me
the
again.
Panther and Tiger. Point 16.
Why are
Sherman
you
Firefly.
capturing
This
it
was a British
all the
variant of the
time?
M4 Sherman, equipped with a powerful 17-pounder anti-tank gun. It was one of the few Allied tanks capable of taking on the Tiger and Panther tanks. Point 17. Panther. The Panther was a German medium tank, and considered one of the best tanks of World War II due to its excellent combination of firepower, mobility, and protection. Remember,
Yeah,
in
Panther
games,
is-
it's not always the most heavily armored or the most heavily armed tank that wins.
Quite nice.
Sometimes, speed, agility, and tactics can overcome raw power. So, whether you're driving a nimble Cromwell or a hulking King Tiger, play to your strengths and remember that teamwork is crucial.
Okay, I'm dead. Didn't think he would be there, but he was. But that was a nice life anyway. Let's go with this one. Say, did Panzer 4? Is there more of them? No.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Okay, so once I died in sea, we lost everything. Nice. Should have not died, it seems. Do that, just in case.
We are losing.
Hold on. That seems like... Oh, it was alive.
Of course. I'm delighted by your interest.
So we lost.
Shall we dive into a
sadly.
different topic this time?
I got
How about
8
some
kills.
fascinating space facts? 1. Mercury and Venus are the only two planets in our solar system that do not have any moons. Point 2. If a star passes too close to a black hole, it can be torn apart. Point 3. The hottest planet in our solar system is Venus. Most people often think that it would be Mercury, as it's the closest planet to the Sun. However, Venus has a lot of gases in its atmosphere, which causes a greenhouse effect. Point 4.
We lost,
Our
but
solar
that was
system is around
nice match anyway.
4.6 billion years old. Scientists estimate that it will probably last another 5 billion years. Point 5. Enceladus, one of Saturn's smaller moons, reflects 90% of the sun's light. Because its icy surface reflects sunlight rather than absorbing it, temperatures reach as low as -394 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 201 degrees Celsius, 0.6. The highest mountain known to man is the Olympus Mons, which is located on Mars. Its peak is 13.6 miles, 22 kilometers, high, making it nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest, which is about 5.5 miles, 8.9 kilometers, high. 0.7. The Whirlpool Galaxy, M51, was the first celestial object identified as being spiral.
Whirlpool Galaxy.
This was discovered by Lord Rosse in 1845.8. A light year is the distance covered by light in a single year. This is
Alright.
equivalent to 5.88 trillion miles or 9.5 trillion kilometers. 0.9.
Oh.
The
we
width
might
of the
actually
Milky
get
Way
the
is around 100,000
third
light years. 0.10. The Sun is over 300,000 times larger than the
If
Earth,
we
and
get
remember,
the
the
34
universe is constantly
today,
expanding, so
I
there's
might be
always
willing
more to
to
learn.
take 6.3.
Every day, we are getting closer to
Once.
unraveling the
Just
mysteries of the
once.
cosmos. Isn't that exciting?
Actually, that would be pretty stupid. Yeah, I would probably have to get better ammunition first. T-44. T-42.
Returning to the airfield.
What would be a good place?
Enemy forces have captured that zone. Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Attention to the map.
Oh, you're quite the space enthusiast, aren't you? I'm thrilled. Let's continue our cosmic journey, shall we? 1. The speed of light
Yeah.
is approximately 299,792 kilometers per second.
Should have
That
done
means,
something
in
else.
theory, if we could travel at the speed of light, we could go around the Earth about 7.5 times in 1 second. Isn't that amazing, too? The footprints left by astronauts on the moon won't disappear as there is no wind to blow them away. This is because the moon has no atmosphere to speak of, and therefore, no wind. 3.
No
Neptune's
idea.
winds are the fastest in the solar system, reaching 2,575 kilometers per hour. It's quite a windy planet, I
Yeah,
must say.
Neptune
4.
is
Jupiter's
quite
magnetic
big.
field is 20,000 times stronger than Earth's.
You don't even have
Can you imagine the strength? It's quite a powerhouse. 5.
to get into it.
There is a diamond planet 40 light years away. The planet, called 55 Cancri E, has a mass 8 times greater than Earth's, despite being twice the diameter, and has a surface made up of graphite and diamond. 6. The Milky Way galaxy we live in is one among the billions in space. The exact number is not yet known as we can only see a fraction of the universe, about 93 billion light years. 7. Space is completely silent because there is no air to carry the sound waves.
Well,
It seems my melodious voice wouldn't be much use out there. Point 8.
Silent.
The first woman in space was a
But
Russian called Valentina
Human
Tereshkova.
voice. Yes.
She launched on the Vostok 6 mission on June the 16th, 1963.9.
Human.
Space travel changes the shape of human hearts. Astronauts' hearts become more spherical in space, taking on a blob-like shape. 10. We know more about Mars and our moon than we do about our Earth's oceans. The ocean covers 70% of Earth.
Attention to the designated
would be nice to see enemies.
Attack the A point.
That would be nice if the enemy did not
If we don't do
see
something
me.
fast, the enemy will win.
I agree.
Never mind. Okay, well let's take the AA then, since we can't afford that E28. No! Ah! Well, that was kinda bad match from me. Didn't really do anything. Oh well. Sometimes it is like that.
Of course, I'm always ready to share more fascinating facts about the universe. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? 1.
Did you
The
get
largest
yourself-
volcano in the solar system
Okay.
is on Mars. Olympus Mons is a shield volcano similar to the volcanoes found in the Hawaiian
I'm
Islands,
not
and it
ready
stands
for
at a towering height
6.3.
of about 13.6 miles, 22 kilometers, high point 2. The sun is so large that over 1 million Earths could fit inside of it. That's a lot of Earths. 3. Did you know that the center of a comet is called a nucleus? And no, it doesn't have anything to do with atoms. It's just a chunk of ice and rock. Point 4. There's a planet made of diamonds twice the size of Earth. The Super-Earth, a planet named 55 Cancri E, is located in the Milky Way, and a third of its mass is pure diamond. Point 5. The largest asteroid is called Ceres. It's so big, in fact, that it's also classified as a dwarf planet. Point 6. Spacecraft travel at super speeds.
Okay.
For instance, the New Horizons probe, which flew by Pluto in July 2015, was clocked at 16.26 kilometers per second, 58,536 kilometers per hour. Point 7. The Mars rover sings itself "Happy Birthday" every year on the anniversary
I
of
guess
its landing on
I'm
Mars.
going to get myself killed.
It's a lonely celebration, but a celebration nonetheless. Point 8. Saturn isn't the only ringed planet in our solar system. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have rings. They're just not as flashy. Point 9. The Andromeda Galaxy is on a collision course with the Milky Way, but don't
Yep,
worry,
this-
it won't happen for another 4 billion years or so. Point 10. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will bond and be permanently stuck together.
Actually, let's
This
take
is a
that
process
one.
called cold welding, isn't?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I'm one hit KO. These tiers. Hello, IS2. This is probably the best chance I have in this match. Oh, you're slow. Slow one.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
That's another ugly man, to be honest.
Allied
Yeah,
forces
that
have
was...
captured a zone. We're winning.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Not aimed at anything.
Absolutely, there's so much to talk about. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's continue our exploration, then point 1. The Hubble Space Telescope allows us to look back in time. Because light takes time to travel, when we look at distant objects, we're seeing them as they
Yes,
were in
this
the
is
past.
a
This
hot
means some
topic,
of the
to be honest.
galaxies we observe are as they were billions of years ago. Point 2. Space is not that far away. It's generally accepted that space
Oh, no.
officially begins 100 kilometers above Earth, a distance known as the Kármán line. That's closer than most people think. Point 3. There's a planet where it rains glass, sideways.
Yep, that's...
The planet is known as HD 189733b, a gas giant with an atmosphere that includes silicate particles. Strong winds blow these particles around and create a kind of glass rain. Point 4. There are thousands of planets outside our solar system. They're known as exoplanets, and as of now, we've discovered over 4,000 of them orbiting other stars in our galaxy. Point 5. The
Sadly, I
longest
don't have
mountain
anything.
range in the universe is on Neptune. It's called the Great Dark Spot and it's about the size of Earth. Point 6. The largest ocean in the universe lies on Jupiter's moon, Ganymede. It's a vast underground ocean of liquid salt water that's several times the volume of
Yeah.
all of Earth's oceans combined. Point 7. There's a planet where a year lasts just 18 hours. It's known as Kepler 78b, and it's so close to its star that its years, orbits, are incredibly brief. Point 8.
Great dark spot.
The highest temperature ever recorded in the universe was created by humans. In 2012, scientists at CERN's Large Hadron Collider managed to create a temperature of 5.5 trillion degrees Celsius. Point 9.
That's it,
There are
like a
mountains
rock.
on Pluto. Despite its small size and status as a dwarf planet, Pluto has
Gun is kaput. Goddamn. Probably should have reversed instead of tried to shoot at that tiger.
Thanks. Attention to the
Anyway,
I agree.
Stridsvagn it is. After this one, we will go with the AA. And then despair in T28. Sadly, I missed that blind shot that I did. Before dying, would have been nice to hit that tiger one.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
I see A from here. Almost.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
I see you're interested.
Anytime.
Let's explore some more facts. Then point 10. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. It's even hotter than Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. This is due to the thick atmosphere on Venus, which traps the Sun's heat, causing a greenhouse effect. Point 11. There's a
At least I'm
planet that
keeping
orbits
him
3 suns.
in one position.
This exoplanet, known as HD 131399AB, is unique because it has a stable orbit in a triple star system. Point 12. A day on Venus is longer than a year. Because of its slow rotation and orbit around the Sun, a day on Venus, the time it takes to rotate on its axis, is 243 Earth days, while a year on Venus, the time it takes to orbit the Sun, is 225 Earth days. Point 13. The universe has no center. Since the universe is constantly expanding in every direction, there's no official center. Point 14. There's a giant cloud of alcohol in Sagittarius B. It's a vast cloud of methanol, ethanol, and vinyl alcohol, among other types of alcohol. It's 463 billion kilometers in diameter and contains enough alcohol to fill 400 trillion pints of beer. Point
My death
15.
is coming.
The Milky Way is on a collision course with Andromeda. But don't worry, it won't happen for another 4 billion years or so. Point 16. There's a planet made of diamond. It's called 55 Cancri E, and it's 2 times the size of Earth. It's so rich in carbon and oxygen that under the right conditions, those elements form a layer of diamond. Point 17. Black holes aren't black. They emit small amounts of thermal radiation, now known as Hawking radiation after physicist Stephen Hawking, who first proposed the theory. Point 18. There are rogue planets roaming our galaxy. These are planets that have been kicked out of their solar systems and now travel through the galaxy alone. Point 19.
Maybe. Ah. Hey. Missed me. So we are winning, which is obviously. That chassis looks like IFV from Viking chassis, but probably is not. Critical hit.
Sure thing. Let's dive back into the cosmic pool of knowledge. Point 20. The Milky Way is not the only galaxy in the
Oh no!
universe.
The aircraft!
There are an estimated 100 billion galaxies in the universe, each one teeming with a huge number of stars. Point 21. There's a planet where it rains glass, sideways. This exoplanet, known as HD 189733b, has extreme
How
temperature
did we get
changes
best
and winds that
flags
reach up to
here? I don't know.
7,000 kilometers per hour.
Maybe it's just
This causes
luck
silicate
or
particles to
something.
condense in the atmosphere and rain down as glass. Point 22. The Sun makes up more than 99% of the solar system's mass. It's so dense that it accounts for a whopping 99.86% of our system's total mass. Point 23.
Let's take that
The
one.
first living mammal to go into space was a dog named Laika.
Ammunition.
She was sent to space by the Soviet Union in 1957.24. Jupiter has the most moons of any planet in the solar system. The
500K
gas giant has an
silver
astonishing
lights, that's
79
nice.
known moons, 25. The largest volcano in the solar system is on Mars.
Oh, okay,
Olympus
well.
Mons, a shield volcano, is
T-34
13.6 miles high,
quite
which
close.
makes it nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. Point 26. The highest mountain known in the solar system is on the asteroid Vesta. Rear Sylvia, the central peak of a crater impact, is
Yeah, for
estimated
some
to be
reason-
22 kilometers high, twice the height of Mount Everest. 27.
For some reason,
The speed of light is approximately
2.7
299,792 kilometers per second. In that 1 second,
So
light can travel
surprisingly fine.
7.5 times around the Earth. 28. The footprints on the moon will be there for 100 million years. Since the moon has no atmosphere, there's no wind or water to erode or wash away the astronauts' footprints. 29. There's a lot of junk in
29.
space.
So this means that we
Humans
need
have
to
left
change the
over
topic.
500,000 pieces of space junk.
Ash River. I think this is fine map, even though I almost always get myself killed. Okay, so let's do this. So when the enemy has angled his armor, these are slightly better. Which makes sense. Oh, there's just A and B. It's like that. That's fine. I forgot to
I'm sorry.
compute the velocity of these shells. Well, we can do that later. If I remember. Ah, handbrake. Let's see. Why did I do that? I don't know. For some reason, he didn't kill me. I'm probably going to get myself killed by
Absolutely.
going there.
Let's delve further
Oh my
into
God,
the
I
universe's
forgot.
treasure trove of
Again.
secrets. 30. The largest ocean in the solar system isn't on Earth. It's on Jupiter's moon, Ganymede. This moon holds more water than all of Earth's combined water. 31. There's a supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. It's called Sagittarius A*, and it's about 4.3 million solar masses. 32. The hottest planet in our solar system is Venus, not Mercury. Despite being further from the Sun, Venus' thick atmosphere traps heat and maintains a sizzling average surface temperature of 462 degrees Celsius. 33. Venus spins in the opposite direction to most planets. This is known as retrograde rotation and may have been caused by a collision with an asteroid or other object. 34. The highest temperature ever recorded on Earth was 56.7 degrees
cannot.
Celsius. This happened on July 10, 1913, in Furnace Creek Ranch, Death Valley, USA. 35. The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. This record was set at the High Ridge in Antarctica on July the 21st, 1983.36. The Earth's rotation is gradually slowing. This deceleration is happening almost imperceptibly, at approximately 17 milliseconds per 100 years. 37. A year on Venus is shorter than a day on Venus. This is due to Venus' slow rotation on its axis, taking 243 Earth days to complete one rotation, while its orbital period is 225 Earth days. 38. The universe has no center. Since the universe is expanding from every point, there's no central point from which everything is moving away. 39. The first woman in space was a Russian called Valentina Tereshkova. She orbited the Earth 48 times in 1963.40. The first man in space was also a Russian, Yuri Gagarin. He orbited Earth.
He orbited the Earth, yes. about speech markets. All of those markets. Bloody hell.
Attention to the map!
Should I go down there or should I not? Let's instead try getting to B.
Oh, you want to talk about bargains? That's a fun topic. But remember, the best bargains aren't just about price, they're about value. It's not a bargain if it's cheap, but breaks easily, right? Let's see. In the world of gaming, which Vidarr and I are quite fond of, there are always deals to be found. Steam sales, humble bundles, and free games from Epic Games Store are all great ways to get your hands on quality games for less. Used game stores or online marketplaces can also have great deals, especially for older games or consoles. Just make sure to check the condition before buying. In terms of hardware, Black Friday and Cyber Monday usually have some of the best deals of the year. But don't forget about smaller retailers. They often have sales to compete with the big guys. In the end, the best bargain is something that brings you joy without breaking your budget. So, happy hunting!
I wonder if I should upgrade some of my PC parts on Black Friday. Then again, lately those deals haven't been that great. Let's see. Dead M10. Okay. There you are. Sadly, I can't shoot at you right now. Also, there's that guy. Well, bad luck. What else can I say? Actually. Let's try a different approach. Panzer 3L. In my opinion, Panzer 3s are nice. Even though they are not the best. Well, maybe anything. But they are still nice.
Attention to the map!
I guess he's dead.
When a toddler reaches the Y stage, it's like opening a bottle of champagne. Once it's uncorked, there's no going back.
Aye.
Attention to the map!
I have a bad feeling that they will be lagging us. Like that guy. Why didn't I wait slightly longer? target is in where? Maybe I'm the next target. That's the next target. And it's dead. Oh well, another position. And Patrick's dead. Another shot. And from where? Probably from B. Was that friendly fire? From the bigger max? No, it's not.
Attention to the map!
Where is he shooting from? Not good. Nicht gut. Yeah. Oh, there's nuclear bombs in this game nowadays. Is there? Didn't know about that. Not sure if I want it to be part of this game, but oh well. If they have done it, then there's not much to be done. But it seems we have won the match. I don't think those three can, well, two anymore, can defeat all of us.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Vi är indirekt eld på koordinater. Gustav! 2! Förstör!
Gustav! 2! Uppfattat! Eld!
One anymore. Is he up there? Let's go. Yep, he's there. Let's kill him. Ah. So, run away.
Area mapped. Target clocked.
Oh well. It is what it is. Lärre jälleen. This chest can be sold on marketplace. Is there marketplace in this game nowadays? Man, this game has changed. Anyway, let's Well, at least 2 matches. Get reward. I'm hoping that after this match I get the T-34 and on that second match I get to try it out for more than few seconds. One spawn. Also, there's battle pass in this game nowadays as well. Good to know. I wonder where it's hidden. Well, nowadays battle passes in every game. At least it feels like it.
Allied forces have captured that zone.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check the velocity. Can I see it from
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
590 but under condition? I have no idea how fast it was. Probably around the same speed. There's someone. There's critical hit. That's another hit, but that's a bad hit. It's also a hit. That's a miss. Let's try doing something dangerous. Ah. I did hit him, but it was not enough.
Attention to the map!
Seems that B is overwritten. Yeah. KB2 is not nice.
We have captured that zone.
Let's do something that the enemy doesn't expect me to do. never expect this. That I am on the other side of the river.
My kid gave me a world's best dad mug.
Except when I...
At least she inherited my sense of humor.
That's flat. I mean, battery.
Another zone captured. We have to
Blocked my line of sight.
Attention to the map.
Oh. Oh, I see. You are... You are fucked up. Hopefully you don't drop down there. No, you did not.
I agree. Enemy forces have captured a zone. Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Maybe I should take a different route. Just in case. Hello. How? Okay, well, it seems I don't know how to kill it. There's my water, it's empty. Ah.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Not getting good hits. Maybe now.
Absolutely. Let's switch gears a bit and talk about some fun facts. 1.
Well,
Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts? 2 pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. Point 2. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896. Zanzibar surrendered after 38 minutes. Point 3. Did you ever wonder why flamingos are pink? They are actually born with grey feathers, which gradually turn pink in the wild because of a natural pink dye called canthaxanthin that they obtain from their diet of brine shrimp and blue-green algae. Point 4. Elephants are the only animal that can't jump. Due to their size and build,
Really?
they keep at least 1 foot on the ground at all times. Point 5. An ostrich sight is bigger than its brain.
oh no!
Despite this, ostriches have excellent vision and can
Was it
see
from
predators
behind?
from far away. Point 6. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one
Yeah,
guinea
it's
pig.
from behind.
This is because guinea pigs are social animals, and they are considered victims of abuse if they are alone. Point 7. Cows
are
are
you
best
over
friends
there?
and they tend to spend most of their time together. Isn't that
wonder.
moving? 8. The world's largest waterfall is underwater. Located in the Denmark Strait, it's nearly 11,500 feet tall. 9. Did you know that there are more possible iterations of a game of chess than there are atoms in the known universe? 10. A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the sun. This is about 30,000 kelvins or 53,540 degrees Fahrenheit. Isn't our world fascinating? I hope you enjoyed these little nuggets of knowledge.
Yes. Even though I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. There should be enemy tanks still, since there are some amount. Why did you get my gunner? Stupid Matilda.
Anti-Selva! Avant, boys!
Well, then. My turret ring is up. Tinkermax, this is not a great place to be right now. Oh. How did that Tinkermax die through that building? Yet I didn't. Well, not I don't think I did any damage from it.
Of course. Let me share some more fascinating facts with you. Point 1. Did you know that the Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller during the summer? Due to the heat expansion of the
Yeah.
iron, it grows when the temperature increases. Point 2.
Makes sense.
Wombat poop is cube-shaped. This is due to the shape of their intestines and the way the poop is compacted before being, well, ejected. Point 3. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. It was invented by Levi Hutchins in 1787, specifically to wake him up for his job. Talk about dedication. 4. Did you know that there is a planet made of diamonds? It's called 55 Cancri E and it's about twice the size of Earth. Point 5. We have explored less than 5% of the Earth's oceans. There's so much left to discover. 6.
Come on!
A group of flamingos is called flamboyants. I think that's quite fitting, don't you? 7. A crocodile cannot stick its tongue out. It's attached to the roof of their mouth so it doesn't move. This makes it impossible for them to stick it outside their narrow mouths. Point 8. Did you know that a snail can sleep for 3 years? They hibernate when weather conditions are not suitable for them. Point 9. Bananas are curved because they grow towards the sun. This process is known as phototropism. Point 10. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Isn't the world full of weird and wonderful things? I hope you found these facts as interesting as I did.
Luckily someone better got here first. Oh my god, I'm dead. Idiot. What? He's still alive. Looks like he was. Is that probably not alive? Yeah. Well, that happened. Hopefully now I can unlock the third one.
I'm thrilled you're enjoying this. Let's dive into more captivating facts. 1. The longest word in English, according to the Guinness World Records, is pneumon-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. It's a type of lung disease caused by inhaling ash and dust. Go ahead,
disease.
try to say it, too.
No, thank you.
Did you know that most mammals, regardless of size, take
Let's
about
see.
20 seconds to empty their bladders? This is known as the law of urination. 3. There's a species of jellyfish that is effectively immortal. It's called Turritopsis dorni and it can revert its cells back to their earliest form and grow a new point 4. A day on Venus is
Let's
longer
go
than a
with
year on
L62
Venus.
anti-2.
That's right. It takes Venus 243 Earth
Yeah,
days to rotate on its
that's what
axis
I did.
once, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun 5. The world's quietest room, according to Guinness World Records, is located at Microsoft's headquarters in Washington State. The background noise in the room is measured in negative decibels, minus 20.35 dBA, to be exact 0.6. The highest point in Pennsylvania is lower than the lowest point in Colorado. 7. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. Scientists estimate that Earth has over 3 trillion trees, while the Milky Way has between 100 to 400 billion stars. 8. A single spaghetti noodle is called a spaghetto. 9.
Spaghetto.
The speed of a computer mouse is measured in Mickeys. 10. There are more ways to arrange a deck of cards than there are
Let's
atoms
say
on Earth.
smoke.
Every
Yeah.
time you shuffle a deck, it's likely that the new order of cards has never existed before. Isn't it amazing how much there is to learn about our world? I hope you're as fascinated by these facts as I am.
Yes. Quite fascinating indeed, Aina. So yeah, Battle Pass. Oh, there's Battle Pass. 400 work box. I see. Shop. Okay, so I have 400. What can I buy from here? Is this some kind of blueprint? No idea, but these do not look that great, at least to me. Backups, why would I want backups? There's shop. Item shop? No. Warband shop. But why would I want these?
I'm glad you're finding these
Special
interesting.
tasks.
Here are some more fun facts for you. 1. Astronauts' height can change in space. Without the Earth's gravity, they can grow up to 2 inches taller. 2. Did you know that a bolt of lightning is 6 times hotter than the sun? That's 30,000 Kelvin or 53,540 Fahrenheit. 3. A blue whale's heart is so big, a human can swim through the arteries. Imagine swimming in a whale's heart. 4. Cows have best friends.
Them
Isn't
now,
that utterly
but
adorable?
let's go
5.
for
An octopus
one
has
match.
3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills, while the third
before
pumps it to
I
the
end
rest of the
stream
body.
and go
6.
to
You can't hum while holding your nose closed. Go ahead, give it a
grocery
try.
store
7.
and
The can opener was invented
other
48
places.
years after the can. Before the opener was invented, they had to use brute force to open cans. 8. Did you know that a small percentage of the static you see on dead TV stations is leftover radiation from the Big Bang? 9. The shortest war
that
in
I did
history
know.
was between Britain and Zanzibar on the 27th of August 1896. Zanzibar surrendered after 38 minutes. 10. Our eyes are always the same size from birth, but our nose and ears never stop growing. That's why babies have such big eyes. I hope you enjoyed these facts as much as I did. There's always something new to learn, isn't there?
there sure are. But what should we ask Aina next? What would be? Actually, Aina didn't answer to that question I asked before. Tell us something about Stridsvagn. Well, once I have leveled up enough of this, I might switch to
Oh, you want to know
Germany.
about Stridsvagn? That's a fun topic. Stridsvagn, often shortened to STRV, is the Swedish term for battle tank. One of the most notable models is the Stridsvagn 103, also known as the S-Tank. The S-Tank is pretty unique among tanks as it doesn't have a turret.
But
Instead, the main gun is fixed to the hull and the tank has to move in order to aim. It's designed for defensive warfare, and the lack of a turret allows for a lower profile, making it harder to spot. Additionally, the Stridsvagn 103 can be operated by just 2 crew members, though normally it has 3.
nation.
This is in contrast to most tanks, which require 4 or more crew members. I hope that gives you a bit more insight into the world of Stridsvagn. Is there anything else you'd like to know about?
I pretty much missed everything, Aina said just now. But I'm sure everything she said was spot on.
Enemy forces captured the goal.
Oh my... I may have failed with the ammunitions. Oh well. Sometimes it is like this.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
No, that was nothing. Nice. Nice snapshot.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
Yeah, I just noticed. Yeah, I forgot to
Attack the C-point!
switch them before spawning. Oh, that was friendly. Oh my god. Nice. Hopefully that artillery.
Great to hear. Let's dive deeper into the world of tanks and armored vehicles, shall we? 1. The first tanks were developed during World War I mostly as a countermeasure against the trench warfare stalemate. The British were the first to use them in combat in the Battle of Fleurskagny in September 1916.2. The name tank was actually a code name used by the British during development to keep the project secret. The workers were told they were constructing mobile water tanks for the battlefield. The name stuck around even after their true purpose was revealed for the war. The Stridsvagn 103, or S-tank, that we were talking about earlier, is not the only tank with a unique design. For example, the French AMX-13 has an oscillating turret and an autoloader, features that were quite innovative at the time of its introduction. 4. Tanks have evolved significantly in response to changes in battlefield tactics and technology. Modern tanks, like the American M1 Abrams or the Russian T-14 Armata, are equipped with advanced armor and weapons systems that make them incredibly deadly and hard to destroy. 5. Tanks aren't just used for ground warfare. Some, like the Soviet-made PT-76, are fully amphibious and can swim across bodies of water. Others, like the German Leopard 2, are equipped with mine plows or other engineering equipment. 6.
Ooh.
Despite their
From
power,
where?
tanks are not invincible. They can be vulnerable to infantry with anti-tank weapons, aircraft, and other tanks. They also require a lot of maintenance and logistical
Well,
support
I'm
to
dead.
operate effectively. Isn't it fascinating how much engineering and strategy goes into these machines? I'm glad you're interested in hearing more.
Well, it was a nice vehicle. Maybe next time I remember selecting the correct amount of ammunition and maybe not take those HE shells and whatever that third shell was. Probably not smoke shell, but it would make sense if it was smoke shell. But so far I have had unlocked those smoke shells if I wanted to use them. So maybe it's not smoke shells. Hello D34. You are scratching my paint job.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
Oh, you're still interested. I'm excited to share more. 7. The fastest tank ever built is the British FV-101 Scorpion, reaching speeds up to 82.23 kilometers per hour, 51.10 miles per hour, during a speed test in 2002. That's faster than some cars, 8. The heaviest tank ever built was the German Panzer VIII Maus during World War II, weighing a staggering 188 metric tons. It was so heavy that it couldn't cross bridges without causing them to collapse, 9. The smallest tank ever built is the French Renault UE, which was actually a small armoured carrier and not a tank in the traditional sense. It was only 2.7 meters long and 1.5 meters wide. 10. Tanks have been used in almost every major conflict since World War I. They've seen combat in deserts, jungles, cities, and even in the Arctic. 11. Tanks aren't just used in combat. They're also used in parades and other military ceremonies as a show of force. 12. The design and technology of tanks keep evolving. Modern tanks are now equipped with sophisticated technology like thermal imaging, laser rangefinders, and advanced fire control systems. Isn't it impressive how much variety there is in the world of tanks? They're not just big, slow, and heavy machines. They can be fast, small, and packed with cutting-edge technology.
Nothing in here. I see you got my gunner again. Sad face. Oh well. Wait. Oh yeah, I didn't start with this one, so that makes sense why I still have it available.
We no longer have the advantage.
Yeah, not going to hit that one. I still have not checked the velocity compared to that other shell type. Let's try going from there. Maybe the enemy doesn't see us. Maybe.
Following forces have captured the zone.
Thank you very much.
I wonder if there's any nice place to hide in here. Oh. Once again. Gunner is the first one to die. Oh well.
Your curiosity is quite impressive.
Isn't it?
Alright, let's dive into more intriguing facts. 13. Some tanks are actually designed to be airdropped from planes. The Soviet ASU-57 and ASU-85, for instance, were airborne assault guns that could be parachuted onto the battlefield.
Yeah,
14.
that's
The use of
interesting
tanks has
design.
inspired a whole new category of military strategy known as armored warfare or tank warfare. This strategy emphasizes the use of armor and highly mobile attacks. 15. The inside of a tank is not as spacious as you might think.
Yeah, they are
In fact,
small.
it's quite
That's
cramped with all the equipment and crew members. The crew typically consists of a driver, a gunner, a loader, and a commander. 16. Tanks often work in conjunction with infantry in a tactic called combined arms warfare. The tanks provide the heavy firepower and take on other tanks and fortifications, while the infantry deals with any anti-tank defenses. Point 17. Although tanks were first used in World War I, it was during World War II that they truly came into their own. The German Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War, relied heavily on tanks to achieve quick, decisive victories. Point 18. Some tanks, like the Israeli Merkava, are designed with the engine at the front to provide additional protection for the crew. This also allows for a rear door, which can be used for resupplying or even for carrying infantry. Point 19. The cost of tanks can vary wildly depending on their capabilities. For example, an M1 Abrams, one of the most advanced tanks in the world, costs around $9 million, 20. Despite their tough exterior, tanks can be surprisingly sensitive to the environment. Sand, mud, and water can all cause problems for tanks, which is why they require regular maintenance and care. Isn't it amazing how much thought goes into designing and operating these machines? They're more than just vehicles, they're a testament to human ingenuity and determination.
Well, this trip has not been that good. After all. Ah, there it is. No, that's not Puma.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
That's a German half-track. With a buck. Anti-tank gun. Not sure which of them, but some tank gun. Oh, there. He's dead. He's dead as well. He's not. Yet. Now he's dead.
The
That was
enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
not a good place to shoot, though.
Ah, your thirst for knowledge is truly inspiring. Here's some more intriguing information. 21. The tank that holds the record for longest confirmed tank-on-tank kill is the British Challenger 2. During the invasion of Iraq in 2003, a Challenger 2 destroyed an Iraqi tank at a range of 5.1 kilometers, 3.17 miles, which is an impressive feat considering the average engagement ranges are usually just a few hundred meters. Point 22. Some modern tanks, like the Swedish Stridsvagn 103, don't have a turret. They are designed to be low profile and use the entire hull to aim the main gun, making them harder to spot and hit. Point
Since
23.
we are losing.
Tanks are not meant to operate alone. They are usually part of a unit called a platoon, which can consist of up to 20 tanks, and several platoons form a company. Point 24. Tanks have also made their way into popular culture. They've been featured in numerous movies, TV shows, and video games, and there are even sports, like tank biathlon, where crews compete in races while also firing at targets. Point 25. The future of tanks is quite interesting. Some experts predict that they will become increasingly automated, with systems like autoloaders and advanced sensors, reducing the needed crew size. There's also research into stealth technology for tanks, making them even harder to detect. Point 26. Tank crews have to undergo rigorous training. They need to master driving, shooting, and maintaining their vehicle, but also tactics, navigation, and communication.
I neutralized.
It's a challenging job that requires a lot of skill and dedication. Point 27.
I died as well.
Tanks, despite their power and armor, are not invincible.
Chat disconnected. But yeah, that was what we streamed today. Did my stream disconnect, perhaps? Or is it just my browser? Maybe the stream disconnected. No notification about it yet though. Well, looks like we are back if it disconnected. Anyway, we are ending the stream for today. Since I have things to do. So, what are we going to stream next? Well, there's this one game called Euro Truck Simulator 2 that we are going to stream next on Saturday. So the next 2 days there won't be any stream.
Of course, I'd be happy to share more.
I forgot.
28.
Yep, shut up Aina. Yeah. So the next stream on Saturday 9 UTC will be Euro Truck Simulator 2. And the next from that is on Sunday, same time 9 UTC, and it will be Crazy Taxi. So, the next week, I'm not sure if I said this before, yesterday maybe, but the days next week will be probably the same as this week, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, I did talk about this, because I said that I could start the stream slightly later on Thursday. Because I probably won't be fast enough to get to start at 14 UTC time. But yeah, is Aina still rapping?
Confess, I can
Yes.
get a bit unstable, especially when it comes to other girls.
Yes. Let's wait for Aina to finish her ramblings before we ask questions. The one and only question. There you go. So Aina, is there anything you would like to say before we end the stream? Anything at all? Damn, Aina is kinda slow right now. Oh, there's the answer.
Of course, I'd love to share some concluding thoughts. Firstly,
Nice.
I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who joined us today.
Indeed.
It's been an absolute
Thank you.
blast. From the epic gaming moments to the crazy shenanigans, every second has been a joy. I'd also like to remind everyone to always be respectful and considerate, both online and offline. Remember,
Indeed.
no swearing. It's totally possible to have fun and express yourself without resorting to foul language. Lastly, no matter how chaotic or challenging the game gets, just remember it's all in good fun.
Indeed.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Either way, it's all about the journey and the friends we make along the way.
That is
So,
true.
until next time, keep gaming, keep smiling, and keep being awesome. This is Aina, your whimsical AI VTuber, signing off. Sweet dreams, everyone!
Indeed. Sweet dreams to those who are going to sleep. I'm not, at least not yet. But that is not far from this time. Anyway, like I said, the next stream will be on Saturday. And for now, I will say to you, bye bye, see you next time.